Hi everybody, my name is Andre and I'm here to introduce you and to show you our hands-free and eyes-free technology that we are working on. So please, next slide. So what do? We simply enable users to talk to devices. We are using some technologies that you can see on the far right on the screen. ASR stands for automatic speech recognition, and we may use or may not use biometrics. It depends on the solution we are providing. And the processing, which is the most important part of this whole thing, that we try to understand what the user wants and to deliver an answer to the user. And the text-to-speech, which is the last bubble or the last ball on the right, that will talk back to the user in a friendly way. So the devices can be almost anything. We are working right now in two of those kind of devices. We are working on the iOS platform. We have some prospects on the market that I will talk on another slide, which we are working on a news reader for a media company in Brazil. And we are working also in a gene company, for a gene company that we are introducing voice commands and interaction with some walk machines for genes. Right? We will talk a little bit more about this in the next few slides. So, next slide, please. So, our prospects at the moment, we are a new company. We have been established in June last year, 2012, and we got some media covering our development, and we got known in the market, and some companies looked for us to know more about our products. And Tecnogene, which is an Italian company, is the market leader for apparels for the gene market, and they are talking with us, and we have a meeting with them next September. At the beginning of the month, we are going to have a more detailed conference with them, and we are developing something for the walking machines, as I said before. OBr.global, which is the biggest media company in Brazil, we are developing a news reader, as I said, for them, as the same for RBS Group, which is a market leader at the south of Brazil for the media market. Next slide, please. So we see as opportunities as technology as a competitive advantage for technology companies. This is a differential for this kind of companies, and the market is always demanding innovation, and I think this is a great innovation for the technology market. And the applications we have with voice technology nowadays, they are not smart, as we like to say. They just use simple words, one word to activate something, and they don't give back any answer sometimes. And so this is our differential and an opportunity also. Next slide, please. So the solutions, we bring two kinds of solutions for end users and from the industry. And the industry we see as the innovation, as I already said, and competitive advantage to have something a little bit different than the others. And the market trend that the market is using a lot more the voice solutions nowadays. And for end users, simplicity, because the way you talk is the most common thing you do. And so it's simple, and productivity, so you can use your voice while you are using your hands, doing another thing. Easy to use, is intuitive because it's the voice. And safety, you cannot drive, texting message someone using the touch, so you can just talk to the device or to ask for to read news or anything else. Next slide, please. So, what makes us different? We bring innovation in a multi-language platform. We use more than 45 languages we support. We can use biometrics. Our solutions have a lot of versatility. Social intelligence, we try to understand the user to give him a better answer. So there are a lot of statistics in the software. Natural speak, you can just talk naturally. And outstanding ASR, automatic speech recognition. Next slide, please. So our competitors, Apple, Siri, that everybody knows it, only works in iOS platform, which is, well, they're not a specific competitor in the field we are trying to work with. But what comes close is Siri from Apple, S-Voice from Samsung on an Android platform, and Hello Indigo, which is a more common software, is also a user assistant for Windows and Android platforms. Next slide, please. So our business model, which we separate in two fields, will be project itself, or the company that wants the software, and the software license, based most of the time per user. So, and we dedicate the project for the corporate market. Next slide, please. So our team, me and Andre Grillo, 15 years working in IT industry. I have worked for HP, Hewlett Packard, Novell, including the US. I worked in Utah. And the commercial person, which is Adriano, who is right here on my right side, he has more than 20 years in the field, on the commercial field, and he worked on multinational companies, and he knows a lot of the market here, at least in Brazil. And Jorge Hermano, which is a lawyer, and he works in the international commerce field for a long time. Next slide, please. Oops. Thank you.
Good. How long?
Yeah, 7:19. 7 minutes 19, so you got 3 minutes for Q&A from the gentlemen across the board there, across the room.
I tried it as fast.
Yeah, but it's okay. We're in a learning phase here. It's all okay.
Andre, I'm a little curious on your business model. Are you team, or are you doing projects? What's the structure, and how are you going to sell to people? What are your sales channels?
Right. We are doing projects right now, even because of the structure we have. We are working close to the customers we have right now, and we are developing. At least now I cannot do another way, but we are developing the whole project for the customer, and right after that we will get the license, just for the license value and other things. But we develop the project. We are working on the project. So this is maybe I can see it's an issue, because it matters when you're saying about scalability. I know that, but we need to develop the project.
This is I'm Christian with Nessa. I would just really be clear. Are you developing voice technology? Are you developing personal assistant technology? There's a whole stack of players in the digital assistant voice across devices space. And you compare yourself with Siri on one hand, and the other players, it seems like a kind of a mixed set. And I just want to understand, in a sense, sort of, are you enabling technology, or are you a new virtual visual assistant?
We are enabling technology on the devices that don't have this kind of technology. These are our focus to the project.
A handset provider, or would your customer be a telco, or would your customer be an end user who wants voice control of their system?
I'm sorry, I did not understand. I'm sorry.
She has a web.
Would your customer then be an end consumer who wants a digital assistant or would it be the device manufacturer who wants to provide voice control?
Well, what we are working on, we are looking for companies that develop products, that deliver products to the market. This is something that we are trying to reach, but in the Brazilian market it's something very, very difficult. But we have some approach to the media's company, but it's hard to look for hardware companies in Brazil. But I think for us the best model will be the hardware manufacturers, like TVs manufacturers or refrigerators or this kind of thing.
I think it would be helpful in your presentations, to follow up with the question, if you offered one or two or maybe specific use cases. Either here's a project that we're doing, or here would be the perfect customer and the perfect application. To just make it more clear for people.
It sounds to me like, I think there's some interesting technology here, that there's an opportunity for you to really explore a go-to-market and product market fit on a couple of different tiers in a stack. And you may not have to develop an end-user product if what you really are is technology that an OEM would put into their device. And it would give you the opportunity to partner with a Siri or a Sherpa or some of the other companies that are in our competitor list who need better voice and language interpretation technology, but are doing a really good job with the semantic back end of parsing databases and delivering answers. So I think that it sounds like there's an interesting opportunity for you to explore as a technology partner, unseat a company like Nuance perhaps, or maybe, again, I'm not sure where you are in the stack, but to deliver better technology with their technology, to partner with some of these providers.
Right.
And so something I would encourage you to explore is